Hi y'all, it's Kelly Jones now, no longer a P1. I figured I'd give a quick update. It's been about a year since I've done my last one. I've had some more health concerns besides the gastroparesis at this point. I do have a suspicious spot on my left breast. I have to have mammograms and ultrasounds done every 6 months. In fact, I'm going for my third round on Monday, which is May 10th. Now, I was going to a GI doctor in Sarah, Pennsylvania. I'd reached the maximum of their capabilities of treating the gastroparesis, so I was referred to Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, with their test, we had more confusion and questions than answers. My gastric emptying study test did come back normal at that point. That doesn't mean I don't have gastroparesis anymore. It could simply mean I was having a good stomach day. So I guess that was a plus, so to speak. Now, back in 2015, I was told I had bridging fibroids starting on my liver. I did a round of vitamin E for treatment for quite some time, and it had stabilized my liver enzymes for almost 3 to 4 years, only to have them spike again this past April 23rd to May 19th. April 23rd, they were both 13. The ALT and AST were 13. And then May 19th, one was almost 300 and the other was over 300. Now, I have an appointment with a liver specialist in August, and I'm also dealing with right hip and lower right back pain. I've been getting steroids injections for both of those. I went for my first one in the state that I'm in now last week. Still having some pain from the procedure, but I'm hopeful that it'll get some of the pain under control for me. I also go on June 19th for a nerve block for my left leg due to neuropathy. I'm having a lot of pain, and I can't really feel the bottom of my feet anymore. Well, my left foot. Now, while I lived in New York State, my pain and nausea are pretty well controlled. I was able to reduce a lot of the prescriptions I was taking due to being able to qualify for medical marijuana in New York State. However, I have moved out of New York State into a state where medical marijuana is not legal. I typically try to push through the day. I've been having a hard time at night sleeping due to pain. So I'm kind of up between 4 and 5 a.m. and then I sleep till about noon, 1 o'clock. I was working part-time, loved the job, great environment, great supervisor. Everybody there was great that I worked with. Due to some flare-up of health issues again, they've allowed me to take a leave of absence, and I'm not getting paid, but I do have my disability to fall back on, thankfully. Now, I've noticed that I've become really weak again and exhausted. Little things, I'm just worn out. It could just be sweeping the floor, and then I have to sit down for a half hour, 45 minutes, because I'm just wiped out. I don't really have much muscle mass, I've noticed. I'm back to feeling exhausted and weak. I do force myself to clean, go grocery shopping, and shower, no matter how tired I am. I do have a house now, which, yay, I've wanted it for so long. I finally have one. It's a 4-bedroom. I'm very happy. I do have to maintain it, though. I weeded my front yard flower bed and got a bruise because I was leaning my arm onto my leg to pull out the weeds, and I was doing it for about 3 hours, and it left a pretty good bruise. This side just had a red spot, but no real bruise, thankfully. It does get discouraging at times to see how on a daily basis it's like a roller coaster with my health and my energy. It's kind of frustrating. One minute I could be feeling fine, full of energy, let's get this and that done, and then 20 minutes later I'm fighting to even just breathe, it feels like. I have been hospitalized a few times for asthmatic bronchitis. I've been in the ER several times because of it. My oxygen has been dropping down into the 80s, and then that's when they admit me. And my weight has been up and down again, which is from the gastroparesis. When I'm not in a flare or I'm having a good stomach day, I tend to overeat. I need to get back to the gastroparesis friendly diet of soft foods, easily digest, and also get back on my Boost nutrition supplement drinks. Now, I have a lot to learn still on this journey, and most importantly, I'll never give up, like ever. I'm a fighter. I will not give up. And some positives that have been going on in my life is my son is now going in to be his junior year in college. He's come to visit me where I am several times, and we went on a vacation in April to Los Angeles, California, and it was the most amazing time with my son. I loved it, didn't want it to end, and there were so many memories made there. In the end, I'll always have my son. He's my beacon of how my reason for fighting and not giving up. I've been through a lot of other things, as in domestic violence. I'm dealing with some of that stuff. My ex-husband is currently in prison for violating restraining order, felony, no contact order. I think the district attorney and I counted 12 times before he was sentenced and sent to prison this time. He went in October 2nd, and he's already up for parole come July. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So like 8 months he's done. The most time he could get was 3 years. So I'm a little, nervous about that. I am going to domestic violence one-on-one therapy as well as group therapy, and I'm getting a lot out of it, kind of rewiring my brain from all the stuff that I went through and way of thinking. It's not always my fault because I breathe sideways. So that's my update. Hopefully it won't be a year before I do my next one. And remember, educate, spread awareness, and never give up.